And what we are going to talk about tonight is what a little intro on what makes a leader. So, what are some characteristics for people on your team that you want to be looking for? So, say this is this is going to be kind of a two-part training. It's going to be short. I'm going to try to keep this under like 25 minutes for y'all. So, I really want this to be informational and also help you guys identify, okay, people on your teams that you can help get to this level of thinking. And what I mean is a lot of leaders don't just become leaders, right? A lot of leaders are spoken belief by you as their leader, and you telling them they can do it, and you helping direct them in goals and dreams and things like that. And so I was trying to think about the top 3 things that really make a leader, okay? And the first thing is leaders have big dreams. Okay. So every single person, even if you're scared, even if you're on here and you're an essential consultant or you're a certified consultant, if you can dream, you can freaking be a leader. If you can give yourself, right? If you can give yourself permission to dream, you can absolutely become a leader. And I think this is really important. And this is the first point I put on here, because if you don't have that anchor, if you and all my leaders on here right now know this, you're going to go through hard times because life is hard and things happen. And that is very valid, by the way. I've grown over the past 13 years in Cincy to realize that, yes, work hard, but a lot of times, most of the times through coaching, you come to find out they're not making excuses at all. They're just going through something. And so remember that too. That's something, again, I have learned over the years, because I used to be the kind of leader that was more like, shut up and work. And now I've gravitated more on like, well, how are you feeling? Because if they're not feeling good, if they're not feeling like they're allowed to dream, if they're in a bad situation in their home, I could go on and on. It's going to affect everything. So just know, as the leader, first, I want y'all to know, if you're on here and you're already a leader, and actually, if you're a leader on here, just comment in the comments so we can see how many leaders are on here. I already see a lot of you guys. Paid at titles this month, promotions this month, kick the queue this month, paid at title for directors this month. So good. We have a lot of leaders on here. I thought so. Paula, paid at title. And she was at our team meeting last week. It was cool to see her. So you as leaders have to dream. Okay. And I want to reiterate this as you guys go into the fall, because it's not just about, and I know y'all know this, our team is very different. I'll say this, we're pretty awesome, but I want y'all to remember that you're not just helping people grow their businesses, right? Because a lot of our leaders are like that. You guys are awesome leaders. You're go first leaders. You dive in. You want to help them win. You want to help them do all the things. You want to help them succeed, but don't lose your dreams this fall. Okay, leaders, remember to not lose sight on your dream, on what you want for your life. And if Cincy could do anything in the world for you, what would it be? I want you to anchor yourself to that this fall. I want you to remember that you as a leader are allowed to dream, even if you've failed, even if you have not taken care of your team, even if you have put doubts or disbelief in your head. I want to open you up this fall to dream, and not just Cincy dreams. I want you to think about vacations you want to take your family on, or little things that you want to save up for, or what it looks like, right? I'm going to put the income disclosure on this when I post it on YouTube. What it would actually look like if you didn't live paycheck to paycheck. I really want you guys to anchor in what it would look like if you earned Greece, a trip of a lifetime. Whatever it is that you want, that is like your deepest dream. Like for me, it was financial freedom. A lot of you guys know that, but that's not going to be it for everybody, and it shouldn't be. So whatever your dream is right now in this moment, whatever it looks like, I want you as a leader, before you start listening to all these tips I'm about to give you guys, and all these tips I'm going to give our essential and certified and lead consultants on here who want to make these big promotions, because Star Consultant is a big promotion. It is. So those leaders there, I want you guys to also know, if you're listening or watching the playback, I want y'all to know too that you're allowed to dream. You don't have to like be some boss Scentsy consultant on a training on Facebook where thousands of people watch to dream. You're allowed to dream and dream really, really big. Okay. I wish somebody told me that when I started leadership. I wish somebody frequently asked me, what are your dreams? Like, what does that look like? Like, let's paint that picture. So just remember that as, you know, you are making a vision board. Jessica, that's a great, I'm glad you brought that up. As you're visualizing your dreams in your head, put them out as well. Make a dream board, make a background on your phone. Go to Canva, choose the little long slide thing. You can do different sizes, but do the background one. Make it the background on your phone, whatever it is. It may be that you want to open a dog rescue because of Scentsy. Put a bunch of animals on your background. Like, it doesn't have to be a trip. It doesn't, I just feel like this needs to be emphasized. Like, your dreams are so exclusive and so important. Okay. So we're just going to start there because we don't dream enough, and you're allowed to, and you deserve it. You know why? Because we're humans. It has nothing to do with a title. It has nothing to do with how much you didn't sell last month or did sell. Like, you are allowed to dream, and once you put it out there, then it's out in the universe. And that's a whole other thing. And I know a lot of you guys know about that. Like, there's importance in putting your dreams out there and telling someone your dreams. Two-part. So leaders have big dreams. Okay. The second thing that makes a leader, I believe, is they help others unlock their dreams. So great leaders help others see that they can do it. And that's your capability with your team members. That's your capability with your host, with the party that you so desperately think that you should flip for her because you know that she loves X, Y, and Z, and this could help her life. So great leaders help unlock their others' dreams without expecting anything in return. Leadership, I said this last week when I was on a retreat, leadership is not a checklist, it is a feeling. Leadership is a stewardship. Leadership is love. Leadership is, are you okay? How are you doing? How can I help you? Okay. And the third thing that great leaders do, and every one of us on here has done this, great leaders fail enough so they can get good enough to help others win and do it better than you. Okay. So they fail enough until they get good enough to help others win. And that is, to me, the hardest but most rewarding part about being a leader is I get to be transparent with y'all. I get to tell you guys when things aren't working or things are working, but 99% of the time what I do is I figure out what does work and I get different options. And that's what you guys can unlock and do too. So leaders have big dreams. They help others unlock their dreams, and they fail enough to win. Those are the only three qualities I need from people on this call right now that want to be a leader. That's it. I need for you to dream. And I already told you you're allowed to dream. So don't listen to any of those people in the past that have told you, oh, hi, yeah, hey, Liam. Hey, buddy. Are you glad? I bet you're glad your mama's home. I know you missed her so much. He had some work done on his teeth last week and he really missed his mama. So I know he's happy she's home. So that's all we need, you guys. I need people that are going to dream. I need people that want to help others unlock their dreams. And I need for you to be okay with failing because you're going to have a lot of people to help you and pick you up when you do. I can promise you. We've all failed. I've coached hundreds of people that have failed. I fail like every day at something where I didn't have that conversation and I should have, where I didn't seal the deal and I should have recruited, where I should have booked that fundraiser, but I just ran through my head all these scenarios. We all go through these things. And I'm literally like my mother's child. She's on here right now. We overthink things. That's what we do. And that's okay. You're supposed to fail. It's the game of freaking life. Okay. So moving on, now I want to talk a little bit about how you can get on track to becoming a lead consultant. So out of you guys on here right now, who would like to, I know this sounds scary, I don't want to say grow a team. Who would be open to learning more about growing their team? Who wants to hear more about it? Go in the comments. That way, if any of your leaders are on here, they can see you. Who is open to that? Who is open to wanting to promote who's already a leader? Oh, this makes me so excited. I live for this. I live for this. So I created a, hang on, let me go on where I can share my screen. I always use it. I created a website for us a couple years ago. I think it's being very underutilized by essential and certified consultants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys our team website. It is anchoredsense.com, anchoredsense.com. And this hub has all kinds of stuff. I need Justin to update it, but you're going to see in a minute. But what we're going to be focusing on over the next 15 minutes is the leadership tab, because I was thinking and I was like, I don't want them to read this when they're already when they've promoted. I think it's important for essential and certified consultants, even lead consultants and star consultants, to know what they're getting into, to know what it looks like, to be what? To be prepared. And I think a lot of leaders are either scared to promote, or they genuinely don't know what they're doing and don't feel adequate because they don't know. They literally don't know. Now we do have success paths, which is wonderful. Okay. Meaning you log into your dashboard on Workstation. It's there based off your title. It's great. Everybody needs to do that this week if you have not. Look, myself included. They just posted one for Superstar Directors like 2 weeks ago. I'm doing it myself also. Why? Knowledge is power. Before I show you this website, I'm going to tell you a really quick story. When I was at this retreat last week, I had Wendy Heath Newgas. You guys know who she is. If you don't, she's incredible. She's like the Cincy mom. She did a live Facebook party, but we could watch. So meaning she was doing a live launch party for somebody. This is on YouTube. I recorded it. It's not great, but I recorded it so y'all could see. And it's hard to explain. You'll see when you watch it, but she was so competent in every single product, in every single way to do this or do that, or every detail. She knew everything. And when she talked to us about it, she was like, every one of you should have the consultant training guide, which updates every season. So again, knowledge is power, the product training guide. And so I want you guys, if you have not bought or downloaded, just download it, the product training guide. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power as a consultant. Knowledge is power as a leader. Okay. And so I did just want to make sure that you guys knew about that. I'm going to go ahead and go on here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this screen. So if you go to anchoredsense.com, okay. All right. And again, another thing I want to say, if you're watching this and you have absolutely no idea what to do and no leadership, please email me. We will set up a one-on-one. We will get you started. I also want to throw that out there. Okay. ChloeCox08@gmail.com. Email me, please, on my team. This will be on YouTube. I love y'all, but this is for our group. It's for our group, but email me. Don't feel like you're stuck. We're not going to do that. You need help and guidance. First, go to your upline. I guarantee you they're going to do a one-on-one, but guess what? If they don't, I will. Okay. So don't stress yourself out. It's going to be fun. So this is our team resource page. Okay. I want y'all to think about if Facebook went down tomorrow. Okay. How would you get resources to your team? This is why I created this a couple years ago, because I wanted people who don't have Facebook or don't know how to click and find all the files and all the things to have a hub. Okay. I'm not going to go through all this because there's not enough time, but y'all can see there is literally tabs. If you are new and you have no idea what to do, you can click right here and we can get you started, sis or dude, whoever's on here. We can get you started. Okay. That's that. You're new. You don't know. You click there. Then there's more information for new consultants. So again, if you are essential and certified, even lead, I want to encourage you to look at all this, because the way that my brain works is like, again, knowledge is power, and you're going to feel more competent and confident to sponsor your best friend, to sponsor your highest customer, guys, to sponsor these people that are having parties for you so you can get paid month after month after month. And most importantly, so they can get paid off doing all the work for the parties they're doing for you. Okay. So then there's workstation tips, there's launch awards. I have all this right here. Then, and I have me and Justin's journey and a little bit about our team and our leaders and stuff we've done, because again, you need to make sure too, as a leader, make sure your team is seeing different things that we do. I think it's important. So, wow, I was so young there and there. That's crazy. Okay, so now we're going to use this tab. This is what we're talking about tonight. First and foremost, if you're a lead consultant and you are not on this page, you are going to add yourself to Anchored Together tonight. Okay. This is a hub for lead consultants and above. Me and Justin are actually reformatting what we're going to be doing, different things we're going to be doing this fall. So that's definitely somewhere you're going to want to be if you are a leader, because we're going to be putting specific things on that page. And we always have, and y'all know that I'll do different lives. I'll get feedback. I ask crazy things on there sometimes because I need to see what y'all need. Okay. Then I just have a little bit of information that you can read about leadership. So again, like, it does sound scary, but the reality is that you're a leader in your life every day in some way, whether it's you're making dinner, whether it's you're getting the dogs together, whether it's you're running errands, you're going to doctor's appointments at your job. Many of you have leadership roles in your full-time job. So I kind of just go into that, and I want to talk about events. If you are wanting to be a leader, I want you to register for World Tour as soon as it drops. Do not wait. Do not overthink it. Leaders are born at events. I've been going to events for 13 years. Leaders are born at events. We get tired. We get weary. I see a lot of leaders on here, a lot of my directors and stuff. They've been to so many of these. And every time they go, they're like, I freaking needed this. You need to be around your people, these people, your business. You need to be close to your business. Events are so critical. Let me pull the chat up too in case y'all have questions. I just realized that I'm missing that. So yeah, go to events. Okay, go to events. And that also goes to local team meetings. Y'all know that I've started them, but guess what? You don't live near me. You can't go to Hope Mills or you can't go to Greenville. Do your own with your team. One person, two people. Make it fun. That's why I started doing in-home meetings again, because it's so important to have community. Community is what really launches everything. When people see you, when they hear your tone of voice, when they like see you face to face, it makes them see it's real. There's this connection when you do home parties and in-person meetings and sit down with coffee with your customers and your team, et cetera, et cetera. When you go to events, it builds that community. Okay. And then you can see there's clickables on this page. So if you want to see information about SFR, you can click there. I don't think that's updated actually because SFR just passed, but yeah. Next, there's Success Pass. Okay. Do yours. That's my challenge for everybody this week, this month. Do your Success Path and scrub up on leadership knowledge. Scrub up on the compensation plan, okay? Every single person needs to know what the compensation plan consists of, and everybody on your team needs to know that wants to promote, they need to know what it means to promote to lead, because the numbers are scary. I'm going to be honest, that chart is scary, okay? But when you break it down, and I have promotion 101s here, we also have the compensation plan as well. When you break it down, it's really not that scary. I have it broken down here for you guys. Again, this is right from our team website. All of you have access to this, but it breaks it down right here. Okay. If you want to be a lead consultant, listen to me. Do not sell yourself short. If you have already promoted to certified, or even if you're still essential, if you sell 500, guess what? That's still a minimum even for me, all the way up, every leadership title. So that never changes. Yay, that's great. 500, get your best customer to join. Best customer Best customer, best. Don't let them buy that Scentsy Air. Tell them to buy it from themselves or they're going to be spending a lot of money on pods. Your best customer. This is, I want y'all to not overthink this, certified and essential consultant. Your best customer. Invite them into getting paid off their orders. Invite them into making 20% back on every single thing they buy. Okay? Why? Because when they join, just so you know, when they join, they make 20% immediately. This is why the compensation plan in every catalog is so important. It's also on our team website. Once you promote to certified, you make 25%. You sell 2,000 in a month, you make what? 30%. You sell 500. You invite your best customer of the fall. Whoever wants to spend a ton of money with you, do not let them do that. I noticed Alex said, I'm going to go back to what Alex said because this is very important. Don't be scared about losing that PRV. You get paid one time. Listen, off a party. Your life and their whole life can change if they join. There is no comparison. There is no comparison to being a host and being in the Scentsy family. You are hurting them and hurting yourself by holding back. Once you recruit a couple of your best customers, you'll be fine. It always takes you guys a couple people to be like, it's going to be okay. Because guess what? That's just going to make your work ethic better. It's going to make you front load more, book parties, do events, do bingo nights, whatever it is to how you want to sell, by the way, you can sell. So one front line, literally 500. Together, y'all need to do 1,000 in GWV. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Wholesale volume, that's what GWV is. There's a calculation I have right down here for you guys that I have literally typed out, 4th grade level, telling you how to convert it to know how much in group PRV that is. That means you and your teamie guys, guess what? That all counts. All that PRV counts, okay? All you got to do is 500. That's 2 parties, 2 or 3 parties. So I want to challenge you guys to look at where you're at and comment in the comments. What is your promotion you're looking for this fall? I think saying it's important. So type it out and tell everybody so they can see like, what is your goal promotion this fall? Also, if you just want to be paid at title, that's huge as well. So you can see the only thing, the 2 things that change, and then 3 things, okay, is your active frontline and your GWV, okay? Once you promote to director, this is a different ballgame. You should already be being coached. If you're a superstar consultant and you don't understand what it looks like to become a director, please email me immediately. I will coach you. I will help you. I will walk you through what all this means, okay? So, and I think actually this is wrong. That should be 2,000. That's incorrect. Sorry. I need to edit that. Right? Michelle, nod your head. Right. 2,000 TWV. Yeah, that's wrong. Don't worry about that until you're SSC. Then talk to your upline. We will help you. Because when you want to, when you want to promote here, you also have to start looking at your team, meaning there's no directors in between. Your team has to do 2,000 out of this 10,000. Why do they do that? Well, because they want you working. Otherwise, you could just ride the wave. So anyways, there's 2 parts in that. All right. So there is those tabs. Again, when you open this, you're going to see, I have pro tips. So let's just pull this up really quick. Okay. It tells you you have to hit all requirements in that month. It's not cumulative. This is why it's so important for you guys to look at your dashboard and you look at those little circles when you log on if you're wanting to promote and you're looking at, is my frontline active? What does active mean? I'm going to tell you. They've done $200 in PRV. That's active. Okay. When you promote to director, you must be paid at title. Actually, wait, no, that didn't change. I was like, some of this may have changed. I wrote this a long time ago. With director, the rules are different. So with director, there's more. So just again, you need to be coached if you want to be a director. If you want to be a director, you need to be coached by your upline. You need a one-on-one, a connection call, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I also have always said this. If you really want to build a big business, 500 by the first week, that will push you. That will make you front load. I know for a fact, like several of you guys that put in front loaded orders, you were well over 500 your first week, and it feels good, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel good to know that you've already put in that leadership pay? It's a good feeling. So front loading is essential. Front loading your contacts, front loading your plan, front loading your sales. It doesn't always have to be front loading parties. And I think people are really freaked out about this concept. It doesn't have to be parties. It's just front loading the sales. I don't care where it comes from, as long as it's compliant. Okay. So 500 by the 7th. Okay. If you don't put in that 500 for that month, when you're a lead, when you're a star, when you're a director, when you're a superstar director, you don't put in that 500, you don't get paid. And I love that because that makes leaders have to work. So I also want y'all to know that too. All right. Not being paid at title, you're leaving money on the table. So that's why it's important to continue to learn and grow and brainstorm if you're stuck. This is very important too, is brainstorming. Active frontline, making sure that you have that active frontline. Again, lead, you just need one active frontline. And they can be a reinstatement. They don't got to be new. A lot of y'all don't know that. Somebody can come back for free and get active, and you sell 1,000, and out of that 1,000, they've sold at least 200 because they're active. Okay, again, 1,000 in GWV, which you can calculate it to see how much the PRV is. Okay, I have a sheet for that. Y'all just saw it. You're going to promote. It's great. Everybody wins. All right, and then I kind of break down GWV and TWV. Okay, for example, GWV, Anchored Sense Group, with all these SSDs in Anchored Sense Group, all 10,000 of us, that's the GWV. The TWV means I'm your director. There's no directors in between. That's what TWV is. And you should always aim for that TWV to increase. So that's that. Then 3 legs of success. This is something I recommend everyone print off and just have, especially if you're trying to build a business, because you must learn how to sell and you must learn how to sponsor. How are you going to sell and how are you going to sponsor? By having conversations and putting yourself in places where you're going to get contacts, right? Literally, I just keep seeing Lee. So I'm going to say, like, me and Lee made a plan a few months ago, and she's in all these places like the lake and, you know, all these different environments. And I was like, why don't you set something up at the lake when y'all go? Why don't you just bring a bag? And she's like, oh, I can put stuff in this book bag and I can do this and I can talk to that person. You've just got to start thinking about places you're already going to and maximizing conversations. Don't be so hard on yourself. Look at people you see in everyday life. Start making little packets with a product list, your story, and a sample, and start getting your business out there. So these are tried and true. Y'all know what this is. But again, if you're wanting to promote, these are the areas you must master. And self-care is the top of the stool. If you don't take care of yourself and sit your butt down, you will burn out. Every single leader on here knows this. Every single leader on here has burned out. This is fact. This is Bible. So please start here before you start here. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? We are going to start here, right here. Because if you're not internally happy, none of this is going to matter. So please, I've never trained on it like this before, but please start at self-care. Learn how to love yourself. Try to love yourself. Set business hours, all these things. Feed your brain with positive things. This sounds real dumb, but again, you can get stuck real quick in what I call a Cincy spiral. And when you go down there, it's really hard to get out. And I care about y'all way more as humans than I do about a Cincy consultant. That's just the way I am. And so make sure certified consultants, you're probably, a lot of y'all are thinking, even leads and stars tonight, you're probably like, okay, I need to dream bigger. I need to like really put my foot down. I need to make plans. I want you to do all those things and I love it, but please take care of yourself first. Literally. This is going to help you. Coaching, don't freak out about that. One-on-ones, connection calls, helper, resource guide, whatever you want to call yourself, you can help them win. You know why? Because you've already been at that title. Okay? So you've already been essential. So if you're already certified, you can help them become certified. Okay? You're working towards lead. Don't focus on promoting to lead. Help them get to certified. You want to promote to star, help promote a lead and a star, et cetera, et cetera. Just help them win. That is what coaching is. Coaching was never meant to be, you need a degree, credentials, all this crazy stuff people have made coaching to be in Cincy. It just means you've been there, help them. That's it. That's literally it. Okay? So that's that. Then down here, I just have a couple leadership trainings. I have some I need to update it with, but I have some on what creating an action plan looks like, what you can do if you're in a really bad place in your business. I've been there. It's hard, but guess what? I'm even a better version than I was back then. And that's what the goal is for every one of you too. It's not that you're not going to mess up and fail. You will, because again, life. But what's the version of you after that? A lot of you guys that I've coached, y'all know I'm like a totally different person now. Okay? And y'all stuck it out with me and love me through it. So just remember, when you feel like you're not being the best leader, you're not being that, just remember, like, it's okay. We're human. They need to see us mess up. Otherwise, this wouldn't be real. And Cincy is real. We're real people with real emotions and real things going on. So then I also have promotion graphics that me and Justin made years ago. These are the same promotion graphics that you can find in Cincy. They're just a little bit different. Okay. They're just me. That's just how I am. And then the compensation plan. This also needs to be printed. This needs to be printed. Okay. Boom, printed. Print this. You need to know. You don't need to just remember. Every single person, if you have one downline, you need to have this in your Cincy binder, because you need to be able to look and read and go, okay, wait again, let me make sure, what are the bonuses they get? Oh, wait, where is personal wholesale volume? What is that on the workstation? Oh, wait, now they're a star. They're getting paid more bonuses here. Oh, they're a superstar, because yeah, guys, as you promote, this is a good business. You're going to get some bonuses. So make sure, again, you're an essential consultant. We are not doing titles. You want to dream, you want to promote, and you're essential. I want you to print this off. I don't care if you joined 3 days ago. You should want to know anyways how much money we're making, right? And so this is essential. And I wish somebody told me this when I first joined. I was just going. And I wasn't looking at, though, oh, wow, if my frontline leads have great teams, if I help these leads under me have great teams, 5%'s a lot when it adds up, when you got 7 lead consultants with strong teams, and so on and so forth. That's why that last leg, which is the coaching, the one-on-ones, the development, I may end up changing that leg to be called the development leg, because you're developing people on that leg. As you develop them, when you promote to lead, your goal needs to be to promote a lead. Star, promote a star. Superstar, promote a superstar. There's been this talk the whole time in Cincy about, you're a director, build directors. Why are we not telling leads, hey, now let's get you a lead under you? Do you know how much that would help their growth in their business to be taught that way? So just remember that. Yeah, and I do need to change it, Michelle, because we've evolved. It's in a development leg. That's what it is. That's what you're developing them. You're helping them become a better version. That's what we get to do, and it's really cool. And then I have leadership IPAs on here. Again, it's just info, y'all. Knowledge is power. These are trainings I've done through the year. You can print this off and see all these things that you can start doing as a leader. You need guidance, I've got them for you. Okay. And also, 99% of y'all have great uplines that want to help you. If you aren't compatible with them, that's one thing. But I will vouch and say that 99% of our leaders, they want to coach you and they want to help you. Whether you want to do it or if you're not compatible is on you, but find somebody that can coach you then and help you. But again, I have tips and tools. teaching your leaders many habits, showing your team what community is. I talked about that. Sharing leadership content on a YouTube channel. Okay. The reason I started YouTube years ago is because I was tired of repeating myself. That's a big waste of time. So as you promote, especially when you're SSC, create a YouTube channel. I'm not kidding. And just start with a little welcome video for your team. You need to start being duplicatable. I've always said that. The whole time I've been a leader, I've tried to teach you guys duplication, duplication, duplication. So anyways, bunch of tips on there. It's another thing you can print. Then I have an action plan sheet. Okay. So this is just to where you can go and you can say, okay, well, this is actually a different training. This is the training on that. Developing and building leaders. I literally have more training for y'all. Literally, I think I did this at SFR a few years ago. I don't remember. But, oh, this was also, so with Build, the retreat we did in April. Sorry, I just got back from a retreat and I'm a little bit tired. But I have those tools from that retreat. I have, again, there's so much knowledge, you guys, that you can learn. So you can click that there, action plan. If you want to do your own action plan, you can click that. And that's where you're just writing down, what are you going to do to reach your goal? How are you going to do it? And what was the outcome? That's what your own action plan is. I created that a few years ago. All right. And that's it for the leadership leg. I have must-watch trainings. I have SFR from Orlando. I need to add, there's so many trainings I could add to this, by the way. These are just some people that I love. Jennifer Anderson, Wendy Newgas. Gosh, these two from the UK. Katie Farner, this is the best. You want to recruit? Watch this. It's like 12 years old. This is the best training in the world you will find on recruiting. Bible. So good. She goes through the lifestyle of what it looks like to live a life of being a sponsor, what it looks like to always have those glasses on. This Katie Farner's training is, there's no training better. No training better. Melissa Gratz I don't even know what to say about her. She's incredible, wonderful, and just a couple more trainings. And then SFR. So if you're new, hang on, I need to delete this, but I want to show y'all. This hasn't been deleted yet. When we do SFR, we do not play. It is a whole thing. It's so much fun. And so I want to encourage you to, when you register for SFR, I want you to already start thinking. SFR is in July, by the way. If you really want to grow a big business this fall, I want you to start saving. Start saving now. Start saving $75 a month right now. No joke. Make that extra commission and put it away. Put the cash away, because that's the biggest thing. All of you know this every year is people sign up and they've not saved, because we live in America. A lot of people just don't save. I had to be forced to save a couple years ago because of a situation I was in. And I know the importance and the stress level it gets off your back when you're prepared and you have it saved. So I'm begging you, all my leaders on here too, please save. So when it comes time, you're not stressed. That's the last thing I need y'all stressed about right now is that. So leaders go to events. So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to share tonight. I wanted to be able to take leaders or people that want to learn what a leader is. And now you can go to anchoredsense.com. Let me go right here. anchoredsense.com. And now you have a portal. Now you have somewhere where you can look at trainings I've created from our leaders. Every single document you see, I created from you guys on here that are directors. Y'all helped me create all this content over the past 13 years. And I say that because our directors are freaking fire and you want to do actions that they do every day to build their business. Also, another thing, ask them questions. A lot of you guys follow them. Now don't blow them up. They got to work, but reach out to them. We're a community. You may feel stuck. Reach out, not even just reach out to leaders. It doesn't matter what their title is, honestly, but I can tell you right now, our directors have been through it. So if you really want to know the nitty gritty of how did I overcome this? How do I get to this next level? A lot of people get stuck at star. If you're stuck at star, pay attention to what leaders are doing. Get a variety. What I would do when I was growing my business, honestly, I would go to where any new information was. Didn't matter what it was. It was a program, I was doing it. It was a call, I was on it. It was this, I was on it. So go out there and find these people in our community that are working, that are showing up, that are on these meetings. There's a very specific group of people that are always on these meetings, you'll notice. And it's the ones showing up that grow every time. And they don't quit, which is just as important as growing, right? Because a lot of times when we are growing as a leader, what do we want to do? We want to quit. And then we don't quit and we stay and we go, I'm freaking awesome. Like I did that. And you're going to feel that way too. So, I'm reading the comments. Flights are already open for the week of SFAR. Nice. Okay. So that is my spill. I do have these few little last things I'll leave you with that I typed up in my head. So printables, make sure you print off the compensation plan. Make sure you print off the promotion 101s. Okay. Also, make sure that you save anchoredsense.com. This is very important because I just want this to be a hub that's used for duplication, and I don't think it is right now. And I really think, especially like, I catch all aspects on that website. I have my visuals, I have my documents, I have my information, I have my charts. So any way people want to learn, I've tried to put that on there. And then I'm going to leave you guys with this. So leaders, again, they go to events. Leaders strive to increase sales and sponsor consistently every single month. Leaders are disciplined. Leaders are on this call and it's 9:30. I know y'all are tired. And let me just say something. I'm so blessed. I was telling my stepmom this earlier on the phone. I'm so blessed to have this team. We're so blessed to have each other. Y'all are real special. Y'all don't get it. Y'all are different. We are different. So continue to stretch yourself and know that even if you're not disciplined, you can master the art of that. I promise you, you're not a chicken with your head cut off. You're just stressed. You just have young kids. You just have a lot going on. But I promise you, you can get disciplined in the areas that are going to matter in your business, sales, sponsoring, and what was that word I said? Instead of coaching, I'm going to get it. Development. So you can get better at development. You can get better at sales. You can get better at sponsoring. I promise you, you can. You just have to figure out how to do it your way and not give up. Not give up. Great leaders, they set weekly, monthly, yearly, and 5-year goals. My leaders on here right now that are directors and above, I need you to start writing down your 5-year dreams. Don't limit yourself. Like, I remember making a specific dream when I was a nurse, and I literally said, in 3 years, I'm gonna retire, period. I literally said that. My family knew that. My husband knew that. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So you must dream longer spans of time too, okay? Great leaders train their teams. Get on a Zoom, get on a FaceTime, get on Facebook Messenger. I don't care what it is. We don't need to be on a Zoom. FaceTime them. Say what's up. Tell me you want to have kombucha with them or coffee with them or soda, whatever you drink. Hey, let's FaceTime and let's have a beverage. I want to talk to you about some of this stuff Chloe went over. Like, tell me what's going on in your head, girl. Like, let's just chat. That's training. You're helping them. Help them learn how to make samples. Keep it simple. Connect with your teams. Great leaders connect with their teams. We've got to connect. And last but not least, great leaders are real. They admit when they're making mistakes. They're vulnerable. And they aim to build trust. If they trust you, they will listen to you. If they trust you. It doesn't mean you have to have the same personalities. It doesn't mean, most of the time I have a very opposite personality of most of my leaders because there's all different kinds. And I put that color chart, which I don't know if y'all saw, It's amazing. A girl at the retreat I was just at, she had us do the color chart. I put it on Anchored Together and on Anchored Sense. Scroll back and do it if you haven't done it yet. It's so cool. It goes over these different colors, and the way that she leads each person is built off their color, and the color changes as the leader develops, which is really cool. So I was a red, and then I was a yellow, but my yellow was a little higher than my red, which made me very happy because I'm naturally a freaking fire. I'm on fire normally. Like I used to be that way. But now as I've grown, I'm more empathetic and all these things. So it makes me more of a yellow. But all that to say, make sure you take that color test for yourself. And also I want to encourage you, send it to a couple team members tomorrow, maybe. Let them take it so you can know how to lead them. It's really cool. Like if somebody's a high yellow, I can't like yell at them. I can't tell them they got to do all these tasks. I can't do all those things. I have to like make it their idea and like console them a little bit and do that. If they're a blue, I think blue was like trips and some other things. So if they're driven off of trips, they love to travel. Like Lisa Blue, my stepmom, she had some blue. She was yellow and blue, right? Yellow, green, blue. Yeah. But green is analytical. She's analytical. She likes numbers. She likes to map it out. She likes to journal it and she likes to talk it out. Okay. Reds are, give it to me right now. What red is? Courtney Reyes. Red is a really rare color. Courtney Reyes is just the first that came to mind. You tell her she's going to do it. She needs no explanation. She's a freaking unicorn. Most people and almost everybody at the retreat, minus 3 of us, most people are not red. Okay. Anyways, I love that because we need to learn people's level. And I love the colors because once we learn how they receive, then we can instill belief at their level. You get what I'm saying? So one thing I'm about to start doing when I do coaching calls, development calls, before I do development calls, I'm having them take that test every time, brand new. Because I also want to see, was it different last time? So anyways, it's fun. Oh, Coco's on here. She is a unicorn. And that's just an example though, the rarity of her. And I think we say a lot, what? I need to find the diamond. I need to find the diamond. I need to find the diamond. Your diamond could be a blue, yellow, or green. Your diamond is probably not a red. You just need to learn how to get at their level. So I love the colors. I love the way Courtney Mars is the director who trained on this at our retreat. She promoted to director in 4 months. She went from a team of 0 to 40 in 4 months. And she did previous direct sales. She wouldn't care if I said this before. And she learned this color chart from another direct sales. So her knowledge is like so great. And I'm going to have her actually come in and train y'all next month, just leaders actually, on how she does this and like develops people, because it's incredible. So that'll be next month. But color chart, make sure you guys do that. Print off the promotion one-on-ones in the comp plan. And next month, we're going to dive a little bit deeper and we're going to talk about, I'm probably going to pick a couple people to talk about simple systems that they use as a leader. Okay. I ain't talking about crazy stuff. Next month, we're going to talk a little more because when you're a star consultant, for example, and you're trying to get to director, if you don't have systems, you have to, you have to. Meaning like Cincy Connect, meaning like team connection time, meaning like customer intentionality. You must have those things when you're a star consultant. So next month, we're going to be talking about that. So I am going to stop the recording.